Hi, welcome back to Maths Masters. This is the review of previous learning, the RPL, for addition sessions 11A, 11B, 12 and 13. Okay, so we're going to go over all the things that we've been practicing. If you find you're struggling with something, then go back to the video and re-watch one of the sessions you've already watched to recap. Okay, so think about what we've learned in the last three sessions. The last 3 or 4 sessions. Remember, we were looking at number bonds that go together to make 100, pairs of numbers that go together to make 100. How did we find those? Remember, we used the 100 square, the bead string, a number line. We also then moved on to looking at friendly numbers, so adding two 2-digit numbers without making an exchange, so using base 10, using place value counters, using a number line. Then we moved on to adding two 2-digit numbers with an exchange. So that's where we had the ones in the columns and we were making a 10 and exchanging those 10 ones for a 10 and placing that 10 into the tens column. Then we also, from there, we looked at using the bar model to help us to work out our calculations, and then we also looked at finding different ways of adding 3 1-digit numbers. So we looked at trying to find number bonds, numbers that go together to make 10 to help us to add those together. Okay, so what I've got 5 questions. You have a go now, pause the video, have a go at working these out. Which strategy is going to be best? Do that, quick, efficient, confident, practice, off you go, and then we'll go through them in a minute. Okay, so first one, 48 adds something makes 100. So we can look at the 100 square for this, or we could use the bead string or the number line. So I'm looking at the 100 square. 48 is made up of 4 tens and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 tens and 8 ones. So I can see here I can add on 2 more to that number, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. And so it will be 52. So if I did that on a number line, I would have 48, add on 2 to get me to 50, and then add on 50 to get me to 100. So I could do it in that way. Okay. The second thing that you've got on here is something is equal to 35 and 20. So we can use the 100 square again for this. We can start at 35 and count down 2 more squares would get us to 55. 55 is equal to 35 and 20. You may have used a number line to help you. You may have started at 35 and added on 10 to get you to 45, added on another 10 which would get you to 55, and you would get 55 also. You could have used base 10. You've got 30 and 5 and 20, so you would end up, when you add them together, with 5 ones, and you would have 5 tens as well there. Okay, so the next one, we could look at partitioning into tens and ones, and we can use base 10 or place value counters or a number line again. So I've got 32 add 17. So I can make 30, partition it into 3 tens and 2 ones, and then I can partition the number that I'm adding to that, partition it into 1 10 and 7 ones, and then I can add those together. So what have I got? I've got 7, start with a bigger number, add on 2, 8, 9, makes 9 ones, and I've got 3 10s and 1 10 makes 4, and I'm not going to write 40, I'm going to write 4 10s, so I've got the answer is 49. Now if you want to physically get hold of those when you're doing this, if you've got down in Key Stage 1, you've got 7 and 2. You can see you've got 9 1s all together, and then you can get your 3 10s and your 1 10, and you can see I've got 4 10s, and you can physically see what you've got all together to help you to do that. If you did that one on a number line, so 32 and 17, you could start at 32, add on 10, which would get you to 42, then add on 7, which would get you to 49 as well. Okay, the next thing we did, we looked at adding 2 two-digit numbers together, but where we need an exchange. So we're going to partition them first. We've got 56 and 28. So we're going to have 56 partitioned into 50 and 6, and 28 partitioned into 20 and 8. So we'll make our 56, and then we're going to make 28. Let's just move that away a little bit. Okay, so adding the ones first, we're doing addition, and so 6 and 8. So we've got 6 and 8 together, so we can use that tens frame if we like. Remember again, we can put the tens frame here. We can place these on it to see what we've got. We've got more than 10 here, so we can place those on. Which I'm going to do with these first. So we've got 8 there. Oops. 8 there. 2 of those will make it up into a 10. So then I can move this. Now it's much easier to do this on a flat surface that you'll hopefully be working on, rather than trying to do it on a magnetic board. Let's put that one there for now. So we've got 4 that are left now. And I've moved that 10 here into the tens column. Now you can even show that using a 10 stick, and that 10 has moved there into the tens column. We've got 1 10. Now we can do our calculation. We've got 4 1s left, and we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, remembering that one, 8 10s. 8 10s and 4 1s will make together 84. We can also see this on a number line. 56 add 28. I can add on 20, would take me to 76, and then split the 8 into 4 and 4, because I'm going to find a number to get me up to 80, and then I've got 4 left over to add, which would take me to 84. Okay, the final one, you're adding 6, 8 and 4. Can we move those numbers around? Remember the commutative nature of addition, that numbers can be added in any order. Test it if you're not sure, and you will still get the same answer. So 6 and 8 add 4. So can we see what we can do with these numbers? We've got 6. We've got 8. And we have got 4. 4 on. Can you see the numbers that will go together to help you? 6 and 4 will go together to make 10. And then add on the 8 would make 18. So 6 and 4 I'd add first because I can see a number on there to make 10. 6 and 4 is equal to 10. Add on 8 is equal to 18. Our 10s and our 1s. Okay, in this See More description section on the video, just below, click that. There's an activity sheet to download in there to practice these skills. Practice using place value counters, base 10, a number line, use the bar model. And that is all the recapping of addition up to year 2. So tomorrow, the next session, we will start on year 3 addition. Remember, learn it, practice and master it. Share your learning, #MathsMasters, #MarvellousMathsMasters. Remember to subscribe and turn your notifications on for the next session and like the video. And I'll see you on the next session. Goodbye.